So I found myself retelling this story earlier. I won't tell the whole thing. I'll kind of give you the gist. But I had gone to White Sands Park one time. And if you've ever been to, I guess it's a national park, White Sands National Park, you walk out into pure white sand. And if you get far enough, everywhere you turn is white, 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 just these white dunes. And at one point, I was like, I'm gonna go run and jump off of that dune. And so I did. And it was really fun. I'm running to the edge of the dune, and like you leap into the air and you kind of catch air for a while. And when you land, the sand is so fine and soft that it just starts, cascading down the dune. And so I did this a few times. I'm leaping and I'm jumping and I'm landing, and just all this sand comes like mud sliding down. And I had gone back to my car and I realized I don't have my phone. I mean, I was traveling by myself. My phone at that time was it was like my only tangible physical safety. And I was kind of freaking out. I'm like, I need that phone. I really need that phone. And shit, I mean, the park was closing. The sun was setting when I left. I wound up calling like the front little desk area or the office, and I was telling the guys, I'm like, I lost my phone out there. Can I get like a metal detector or something and go out? And they're like, dear, you will never, ever find that phone. I mean, this isn't even like needle in a haystack. This is like way beyond that. That phone is gone. And long story short, I went out the next day, and I knew I had just kind of gone straight out into the white sands. And everywhere you look is dunes. And I'm like, I don't know which dune I jumped off of. There's 100,000 dunes around here. Kept going. I wind up seeing something written in the sand. Somebody had used their finger or a stick, and they had written, get this, Hare Krishna. And I had been looking for a while, but when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, I'm in the vicinity. I'm in a certain area. Like it's here. It's got to be in this area. But in that area, there's, I don't know, 100 sand dunes. Long story short, I found the damn phone. After those guys told me, and they said people lose stuff all the time out here, and my dear, it's gone. It's gone. You're never going to find it again. My point is, had I not stayed open to possibility, I don't know that I would have found that phone. I feel like those guys were like, please don't even waste your time. And I was like, I'm going to waste my time. I need that phone. So happy Lunar New Year. We are in a brand new energy. We are in eclipse season. We just had an eclipse. Today is Wednesday. I believe it's February 18th. I could be wrong about that. But I'm around the area. I'm in the vicinity of the right date. Today's Wednesday. Yesterday's Tuesday. We had big eclipse. The season lasts through March 3rd, I believe. And, I don't know how many of you kind of follow some of the larger cycles or astrology. I've always been intrigued, and I resonate with some of these larger cycles of the cosmos and the planet, and in how my own life and life story is unfolding. But regardless, we're at a beginning in the lunar calendar, and I'm going to make this video just a little bit different. I'm going to read something to you, and there's a short practice at the end, and I did it earlier, and I thought, God that felt good. That felt helpful. So I'm just going to share that and leave it as it is. But these are the words of Mark Nepo. He's just one of the most brilliant, big-hearted wisdom teachers I've ever come across. And so this is called Instead of Breaking. The glass blower knows, while in the heat of beginning, any shape is possible. Once hardened, the only way to change is to break. With the precise tools of modern medicine, unborn children who are malforming or experiencing obstructions can now be operated on in utero. Who knew? Mark Nepo did. Profoundly, these state-of-the-art techniques reveal a deep, timeless truth about growth and healing. For just as amazing as the fact of these operations is the fact that these surgeries leave no scars once the infant is born. What this tells us is that if we tend to things at the deepest level, our repair will be so much a part of who we are that there will be no scar. It is easier to bend underneath the surface in the deep, timeless fluid of the beginning than to break once fully grown. But it's too late for me, you might say. I'm already full grown. Not so, for in the world of our inwardness, we are always growing and are blessed to carry that fluid beginning within us. It is never really out of reach. We can return and begin again by facing ourselves. In this way, we can go below our hardened ways to the soft impulses that birth them. Instead of breaking the bone of our stubbornness, we can nourish the marrow of our feeling unheard. Instead of breaking the bone of our fear, we can cleanse the blood of our feeling unsafe. Instead of counting the scars from being hurt in the world, we can find and re-kiss the very spot in our soul where we began to withhold our trust. There's a lot there for me, and I am hoping that there is for you as well. And instead of saying anything about this, I'm just going to read a few short lines with this little meditative practice. And I'm going to do it again because it really felt, I don't know, try for yourself and see. See if you can, I don't know, kind of get comfortable. If you can, lie back, close your eyes, something like that. Or just listen in an open state. Here we go. Sit quietly and bring to mind an aspect of your personality that tends to get in the way. It might be your own brand of stubbornness or distrust or envy. As you breathe steadily, allow yourself to trace this trait back to its soft beginning. Without trying to name it or change it, simply surround this soft inner spot with your love. And if you want, rewind this and listen to those words again, and I don't know, I did it, I liked it. See what you think, and just lie there for a couple minutes and see. I'm sticking with this theme in my own heart of remaining open teachable, malleable. And anytime I notice my own thoughts, my own stories, or the labels that, and a lot of them have to do with myself, like, oh my God, why do I have to procrastinate so damn much? Like, well, hey, that's a label. Soften. How do I know? How do I know that there's not some sort of a gestation period that in right divine timing, like an energetic force field, an obstacle is going to move out of my way in just the right timing for me to do that thing. It's just, I keep sitting with that word, maybe. And continuing to watch the stories I'm telling and the labels I'm putting on things, on myself, on others. And not even necessarily jumping to make some change, but to just go into that inwardness and soften, and just, I'm sitting with that word, maybe. And instead of needing to be right about things, just or certain, to sit with that maybe I am, maybe I'm not. We're on a floating rock in space, hurtling through I don't know, the void. What do we know? What do we know what is possible? And I'll leave you with this too. I hear a lot of people giving these diagnoses. They're like, oh, I'm ADHD and I'm this and I'm that, and I'm like, well, those are words somebody made up. And I think about people who get pretty scary sounding diagnoses, and if they have a story in their mind about what that diagnosis means, I mean, they're like, oh, well, that means death. Does it? I'd like to live like Mary Oliver said last week, in a world wider than that, with unlimited possibilities. Anyway, that's stuff that I'm sitting with this week. Hope it's useful to you too. Love you. See you soon.